I am the Shadow Teacher, and in this video, I'm going to share with you two superpowers in creating the version of you, allowing the version of you, the greatest version of you, the version of you that is in alignment with the reality you desire to manifest. I'm going to share two superpowers that are crucial if this is your goal in 2022. And those superpowers are willpower and want power. Will, that which you are saying yes to, that which you are willing to do, that where you are placing your focus and your attention. And want, that which you will not do, that which you refuse to allow to distract you from your path, that which you put a boundary on, which you put in a box as to how much you engage with it. So when we identify what we want to do, what we want to create, what we want to be, we look at the practices and what we want to add to our life, what we want to put our attention to. And we consciously find ways throughout our day to build these practices, to build the diet, to build the lifestyle, the day-to-day ins and outs of what keep us in alignment with that which we seek to be and create. And some of these things require considerable effort on our part, and some do not if we're intelligent in how we arrange our day. But what we're doing is setting up a day in which the things that require a lot of will on our part that are necessary for us to do to achieve our goal, we try to set up our day so that we have the energy to do that. And we look at the other things that are congruent, that are synergistic with the big things that require effort on our part. We figure out how to structure those and add those in our day. Examples: if exercise or training the physical body is something that requires a lot of will, you try to figure out a time where that's going to be easy for you to do. And your attitude may be, this is something that's hard for me now, but I know I need to do this. So I'm going to set this at a certain time where I'm most likely to do that. And then add in other practices throughout the day as far as eating a good diet, getting to bed on time, whatever it may be. Now, want power. Let's look on the other side of that. Right now, and as long as I've been alive, the society I live in here in the West, has encouraged distraction, has encouraged fickle entertainment and amusement, has standardized engaging with distraction and entertainment as part of the curriculum of how a human being engages with another human in trivial conversation and just being able to get around the world, pop culture. And one instance of this I find that promotes this is commercials. And I remember watching this phone commercial. I'm not a big TV watcher, but some family members of mine are. And these phone commercials for our current technology, and as insane as this sounds, it's like censorship has gotten so bad. I am worried of even saying this particular number and letter and that this video would get taken down just because I mentioned it. But this new phone technology that's being rolled out, I remember seeing a commercial of someone on their phone dancing, but they're dancing through traffic. They're in an environment where they could be run over by a car, and their focus is on being entertained by the phone and being immersed into that world. And I look at this as the good old revelation of the method. They're telling you what this actually does is that you're presented with something that's going to be so fun and addictive that you don't mind losing your life for it. And that's an extreme example, but that's kind of what happens with people. People give up doing things and engaging in life that has a far greater value, has far greater significance to what they really want, and they trade that off for being distracted by the flickering images of light on their phone, by scrolling through social media platforms that stimulate them with images, new word there, images and catchy, humorous phrases in a meme, which I love a meme, but sort of the way they're used is just people get programmed to get this reward or this instant result of being able to go one after the next. And many of our social media platforms and video games, they use a system in the brain where we have variable rewards in our likes and followers, but you get instant feedback. So you post something and you can get instant feedback. Where real life does not work that way. Real life, your feedback is delayed much of the time. When you're practicing a skill that sets you on the path to mastery, in the midst of that practice, you're not getting that immediate feedback of getting as good as you want, not just yet. It takes time. So it's much easier and rewarding in a temporary sense to be on your phone and be on a video game or be on something that gives you that instant feedback. And again, the variable rewards. If we get what we want all the time, we get bored. So much of these social media platforms give you variable rewards. They don't give you the likes all at once. They make it so they trickle in. So you have to engage on the platform to get all your likes. And the more you're on there, the more rewards you get. You get to see the likes trickle in, and you're encouraged to keep posting and engaging. And I'll say social media for people who are building a business, building a presence, it's obviously useful and seems to be a necessity these days. But if you're on social media all the time, then I challenge, what value are you offering? What value are you offering to yourself by doing that, much less the rest of the world? So, knowing how to put this kind of stuff in perspective and then put limits on it, put boxes on it, using that want power, saying, I'm going to only do this so much or so often. For me, this actually came easy because shadow banning, which my original Instagram got disabled and censored, and then my current one is buried in that algorithm. So I don't really get much reward for being on there. So I'm having to figure out other ways of doing my thing. And in some ways, that's a blessing. But again, when you're in a situation where you're getting that instant feedback and those variable rewards, you have to identify, is what you're engaging with in alignment with your higher purpose and goal. And decide if it's something that's going to be an activity or something you're going to engage with that's worth saying yes to, or do you need to say no to it? So that being said, I'm going to end this video knowing what you're saying yes to, exercising that willpower, knowing what takes a lot of effort but is necessary, and setting that up in a way that's going to be doable for you, and then knowing what steals from that, knowing what sucks your energy and your attention and your power away from you, and saying no to that. That being said, I'm going to end this video, end this transmission. Be strong, be well, and I'll see you on the other side.